Each week, we share with you a facet of life in Taiwan by way of a number. This week, I'm going to take you to scale some of Taiwan's mountains. Natalie, are you ready for your first question?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so coincidentally, Taiwan ranks in the same place in two categories. One is volume of high mountains, and two is density of high mountains. Do you care to guess what place we rank in for these two segments?
First in the world?
I'll have the answer to that question in a moment, but first I want to talk about Jade Mountain. It's Taiwan's highest peak, and it poses quite the challenge for many mountaineers. You might think you need a lot of experience or be very seasoned to summit that mountain, but I have a video here that proves the only thing you need is heart.
This 8-year-old boy is climbing Taiwan's tallest mountain, the nearly 4,000-meter Jade Mountain, all for the love of his late mother. They had planned to go up together one day, but she died last year, so he took her picture up with him. He believes Mommy is in heaven, so he went up to be closer to her. He made it all the way to the peak and screamed, "Mommy, I carried you to the peak of Jade Mountain." He fulfilled his promise to his mom 591 days after she passed away.
I took her to Taiwan's highest mountain.
You took Mommy to see the highest mountain, right?
The prettiest scenery.
He fought altitude sickness on the way, and his father wanted to take him home, but he was determined to make it to the top, to be closer to his mom.
My son lost one love in his life, so I hope that Daddy can give him even more love.
He's hoping Mommy will come see him more in his dreams now. Wow, I have two boys and I am so touched by that story.
I'm glad you made it through that video
Yeah,
because I was a little
I'm
worried.
gonna cry.
I was a little worried. I know your mom. I was a little worried. Okay, so before the video, I asked you, where does Taiwan rank in terms of volume and density of high mountains? And you said...
1.
Number 1. Let's have a look at the answer.
That's right. I was right. I'm so happy.
That's right. You're absolutely right. We rank number 1. Can you believe that?
I think I remember hearing that.
Is that
we're
right?
the densest, like in terms of, the number of mountains and how dense they are, because we're not a big island.
Yeah.
In terms of all our mountains and population as well, the dense population too.
Okay, next question, Natalie. So in Taiwan, we have what we call the 100 peaks, or 百岳. And that's a list of the most challenging mountains and peaks, which are over 3,000 meters, compiled by a lot of enthusiasts. Now, Taiwan doesn't just have 100 peaks. Do you care to guess how many peaks in total we have over 3,000 meters?
Over 3,000?
Yeah, over 3,000 meters.
Maybe 200?
Maybe 200? All right, let's have a look at the answer right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, not too far.
286.
That's a lot.
I found that very impressive.
So the 100, are they the best ones to climb out of those 286?
They're the ones ranked by the mountaineers and the people who like to climb mountains. They're just like, hey, these are the ones that we recommend. But in reality, we have 286 peaks over 3,000 meters. For your reference, Japan, as in home of Mount Fuji, only has 21 peaks.
Wow, so we really do have a lot of mountains.
We do, lots of mountains. All right, question number 3, and this might seem a little harmless in the beginning, but I promise I'll make a point. So, what is Taiwan's mean or average elevation above sea level in meters?
I don't know, like 100? I have no
100
idea.
meters? Yeah. All right, let's take a look at the answer right now.
Okay, see, I have no idea what I'm talking about, right?
So, I want you to imagine this. This is going to require a bit of imagination. So, if we looked at Taiwan, the island, and we flattened everything out.
I see. Average out the peaks, right? I get it.
Everything's the same height. So if you go to the cliff, the edge of the island, and you look over that cliff, you look down, there's about 1,150 meters before you see the sea. Now, for your reference, Taipei 101, the tallest building in Taiwan, is 509 meters tall. So that means you would see 2 Taipei 101s worth of height before you hit the ocean, with 100 meters worth of give or take. Yeah. Okay, next question, Natalie. So in order to summit Yusan Jade Mountain, you need to apply for a permit, right? And that permit is decided by a lottery, so it's totally random who gets in. Now, what percent of applicants who apply to go in and climb Yusan are allowed in each year?
Oh, I'd say maybe 40%.
40%? All right, let's take a look at the answer. Oh, Only 10%.
Wow.
10%.
Oh my gosh.
That's right. So the numbers are, on average, every year there are 500,000 applicants. Only about 50,000 of those are allowed in because of the limited accommodation up on the mountain.
Oh, I had no idea.
All right. Here's last question, all right? So earlier this month, the Taiwanese government activated a cell tower on the top of Yushan.
I remember that
You
news.
remember that,
yes.
right? Now, this is going to help a lot of emergency services, like locate people who get lost or anybody who needs help. It's going to be that much easier for them to call the authorities. Now, this was a huge undertaking. It took about 20 years and multiple businesses across different sectors. Now, I want to ask you, how much money do you think that one cell tower cost in US dollars?
I think I remember it being around $3 million US dollars.
$3 million US dollars? All right, let's take a look at the answer right here.
Oh, okay.
So
Bad memory.
1.37 million, which is a good sum of money. But the most impressive thing was there's not a lot of infrastructure up on Yushan. So they had to hand carry everything up there, and they had to
That's
conduct
a
the
long
research.
ways. Over almost 4,000 meters.
Solar
right?
panels, wiring, steel tubes,
That's
everything.
a lot of good exercise.
That's right. And those are the 5 questions I have for you today on
Oh,
Taiwan
that's
by
great.
Number.
Well, thanks a lot. That was a lot of fun.